Hello, friends. I am a little bit under the gun today because I need to finally review this, which I bought last year, and I tried it, and it's been sitting in the review box ever since, just waiting for me to come around to it. This is Black Tot. This is their standard blended rum, finest Caribbean rum, and it is made of a blend of, I know they put it on here somewhere, right, 35% Barbados rum, 60% Demerara rum, Guyana rum, and 5% Jamaican rum. Here's the thing, they're changing this formula. They're coming out with a new Black Tot blend, which among other things is going to include some rums from Trinidad, which is very, I don't know, traditional, I guess. So I need to get around to reviewing this. Yeah, well, I'm going to talk about this brand. I'm going to leave it off for a minute. But needless to say, it needs some competition. So this is a blended rum. We need some other blended rums to do battle with it. And I happen to have two interesting options here. I have got Hamilton Beachbum Berries Zombie Blend. And I have got Hamilton 151 False Idol. So these are both from Ed Hamilton's Ministry of Rum collection-y thing. And yeah, so it's a battle of the rum blends today. Let us get these poured. Now, pricing on all these is I haven't been able to get these until very, very recently. I just threw them into an order for fun. But pricing on all these is competitive, actually. They're all kind of in that $30 to $40 range. At least, depends on where you look. The difference in proof, however, is extraordinary. Black Tot is 46.2, I believe. Jesus, look at the color on this. That is not real. They're not even trying. This is 46.2. This is 59% alcohol by volume, and this is, of course, 75.5. So you're getting quite a difference in potency with your money. Okay, let us try these. The Black Tot is the lightest of the bunch, meaning to say that is the one where they have dumped the least sugar. So no age statement on this, so far as I'm aware. Yeah, and these guys, of course, Elixir Distillers, they do a bunch of other stuff, particularly in Scotland. Let's see what we got here. I mean, and now I kind of remember why I took so long getting around to this. Like, it's very nice. It kind of smells like rum. I mean, it kind of smells like rum. So I am getting fruit. Let's start with fruit. What fruit? I'm getting, let's say, like toasted pineapple, but it's interesting. You take some chopped pineapple, toast it up with your little culinary blowtorch, and then pour some like hot toffee on top. Yeah, maybe that's about the best I can do with this. Hot toffee poured on top of like slightly burned pineapple. There's some floral notes in here. Again, hard to nail down. Flowers. There's some flowers in here. I hate to say because it's cheap, but like molasses, like light molasses. It's got a rust component, which is something I often get in rum blends. It's just something that shows up when you blend pot still rum with column still rum. More pineapple. Jeez. A little bit of tobacco, maybe? Like Carolina Brightleaf? It's pound cake. Marmalade. I'm really having... It just smells rummy. It's really hard to fight. I'm having to fight to get notes out of this. It smells nice, but sort of indistinct on the palate. Again, the general sense is nice. It's nice, but it's very vague in terms of what it's doing. Some pineapple, the kind of marmalade note, a little bit of bergamot peel, just a touch of like herbaceous citrus. Virginia tobaccos again. That kind of like burned toffee note, which I'm guessing is Guyana. It's got to be Guyana, right? Little touch of like salty brine, maybe. Couple of wet rocks. One little aniseed thrown in there. It's very short in the mouth. What's happening up here is pretty pleasant. It's nice. It's indistinct, but it's nice. But then, like, it just, once it hits the molars, it just dies. There's nothing going on back here. And the finish doesn't really hold on particularly well either. There's a little bit of vanilla, maybe. I'm just drinking this, trying to get notes out of it. Please don't get the wrong impression. I'm not saying I don't like this. It's fine. It's nice. It's just hard for me to tell you what it is, what it tastes like. It just tastes rummy. Kind of a rusty penny thing. Okay. And the florals. The florals are back in town. I don't know what to say. Like, it's got some complexity, but you really have to force the notes to come out. It's got some mouth presence, but it's very short. And serviceable is, I think, the word I would say. Which, if the others don't, provide a fight back against this, that may be good enough for this to win the flight. But, we shall see. All right, I'm going to give that a squirt. Sorry, I'm on the lookout for... Nope. That is not my wife. It's just puzzling to me. And I can't see... even as a fan a relative fan of TDL and Angostura distillers, to be honest, I don't know what the addition of that is going to kind of bring out in this beyond what's there. It just feels a little bit like numbed down somehow. I don't know what to say. And if you love this rum, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be honest with what I'm getting. Oh my God. Okay, moving on to this Hamilton Beachbum Berries Zombie Blend, which of course is a collab between Ed Hamilton and these folks. Now, it does not disclose what the heck is in here. However, the traditional Beachbum berry recommendation for a zombie blend is a blend of youngish aged Puerto Rican rum, some Jamaican rum, and Demerara rum, so Guyana. So, assuming they follow that recipe, this should be a blend of Puerto Rico, Jamaica, and Guyana. Already, it smells a little bit more raw on the nose, and it's not just the alcohol. I feel like this is maybe younger than Ed Hamilton is not shy with his food coloring and the use of his products. So I imagine this color is just completely fake. But I'm getting a sense of there's some unaged rum in this. It's a little bit raw, but not in a bad way. Well, I mean, not for me anyways. I don't mind raw. Some of you might. Much more forward with... It's not a completely dissimilar fruit profile, actually. We're still bringing pineapple and orange. It's almost like a Faygo note, honestly. Like pineapple, orange, Faygo. Yeah, there we go. Very, very fruity. There's the rust note on this too, like rusty pennies. What is that? This is going to sound weird. It smells a little bit like a champagne or like a cava. Actually, yes, let's go with cava. That's gone a little bit flat. You've left the bottle open a little bit too long, but it's still got that kind of weird floral herbaceous halo that that cavas tend to bring. Yeah, just bring the a certain interesting herbaceous element. What is that? Hard to nail that. I'm just going to say parsley, mixed light herbs. Certainly some florals. Pepsi? No. Scratch that. Not Pepsi. RC Cola. So it's orange, pineapple, Faygo with a little bit of RC Cola tipped in. A little bit of toffee, a little bit of like Guyana dark smoky caramel thing, but not as much as you think. Touch of like banana, really like almost banana bread, burned banana bread, maybe. And certainly some black pepper in this. A lot of black pepper. A couple of sea stones. Oh, the Black Tot is opening up. Lovely. I mean, not dissimilar in profile. We're in that same territory with this. It's just a little bit louder, right now at least, on the palate. The paradox is, I'm pretty sure there's some unaged rum in this, and it's not hurting it in terms of the mouth presence. Like, this has better length on it than the Black Tot does. The finish holds on a little bit longer as well. The texture, maybe it's not a long finish, but maybe a little bit longer. Yeah, this time we're staying with that same like RC Cola and pineapple orange Faygo thing, but this time the RC Cola is kind of taking the lead. That's really the center of this profile. Bergamot peel on this. Light herbaceousness, some flowers. Banana peel, more so than a banana bread. fennel, touch of sage. White pepper. In some ways, it's not that far removed from what the Black Tot is doing. It just feels like everything's been dialed up a couple of notches, which it has. I mean, this is way stronger, right? This is 59%. Some exotic woods in there. There might be some Port Moran in here. I'm not sure. Doesn't bring, the complexity or the finish that I want in something that would be really good, would really get a high score. But I think this is a very, this is also very, very serviceable, and it's stronger, which is a vote in its favor. All right, I'm going to give this some water too, a little bit more, 2, 3, 4. We'll need at least 4. And what I'm curious about is, because these are blends, I do have a sneaking suspicion that one or more of them might kind of fall apart with water, and we shall see. Half of me wants to add more water. I'm going to leave it there. Wow. Once you proof these things down, the color is actually not that far apart. Interesting. It is not the case with this, though. Hamilton 151 False Idol Blend. Now this, so it's Ed Hamilton has done so many blends with basically the same set of rums. This is another one. It is a blend of 85% aged Demerara rums, so Guyana, and 15% Jamaican pot still rum from Worthy Park. And of course, this is in collaboration with the False Idol Tiki folks. Now, this is the same set of rums, basically, so far as I understand, as what goes into the Navy Strength, which I reviewed a couple of years ago. And I really liked, but I did find at the time that the Jamaica component was a little bit loud in that. Not in a bad way. It's just like, it was loud. It was loud. And it appears what Ed has done with this, along with the False Idol folks, is just done that same blend, dialing back the Jamaica and putting more Guyana in there. They've also added a heck of a lot of food coloring. This is terrifying. Look at this. Doesn't mean it'll be bad, but yeah, we'll see. We shall see. 75.5% alcohol by volume on the nose. In some ways, the most restrained of the bunch on the nose, which is sometimes what happens once you get like really, really 70% strong plus spirits. I am getting alcohol nip. That's happening. But I'm also getting a fair amount of smoked toffee, which I don't know if it's a thing. I don't know if you can smoke toffee, but it's kind of that note. It's burned, smoky toffee. That's the Guyana. But no. But then, as you pay attention to it, the fruit from Jamaica starts to creep through. Orange peel. Oh, that's not what I expected. A little bit of like a fresh tomato note. Interesting. That is, although I do get tomato on Worthy Park quite a lot, so toasted pineapple, actually really like pineapple upside down cake. Tobaccos. What kind of tobaccos? Full Virginia Flake. The with folks. A little bit of like darker burley in there too. Or even like a little bit of like a dusty, earthy Nicaraguan cigar, natural leaf. Some cinnamon, some overstewed tea. I gotta tell you, there's stuff going on in here. Nice stuff, but it's also hard to get past the wall of alcohol nip that's happening right now. So I think this will benefit from water. We shall see. On the palate. Oh, I sipped too much of that. Let me have some water and try that again. Alcohol is an anesthetic. Do keep that in mind. Yeah, same kind of thing. On the palate, the Demerara is dominating this, as you'd expect from the percentages. So it's smoky burn toffee, mixed flowers. That's a lot of what's going on, really. Same kind of tobaccos, leaning more in the direction of cigars now, like Nicaraguan cigars, but a little bit of like, expensive cigarette tobacco. But even though the Jamaica is the Worthy Park is playing a kind of lesser role here, it's giving this a wonderful color. There's some cardamom in this. Well, cinnamon as well, but like really a lot of cardamom. The florals, did I mention the florals? A kind of like, what is that? Like a, again, like a fresh tomato thing going on in this, but it's not even the whole tomato. It's like when you slice a tomato and a little bit of the watery juice kind of leaks out, not like concentrated. You like get a little bit off the carving board and you like go do that. That's a little bit like what this tastes like. There's a little bit of orange peel too. Pineapple upside down cake as well. It's very subtle. Like the palate is much more dominated by the Guyana stuff. It tastes much more like that old Hamilton 151 on the palate. But yeah, the Worthy Park is giving this some color. I like this. Oh, I think I would like it more once it's been proved down a little bit. But yeah, this is good. By the way, both of these are not more expensive than the Black Tot, and they come in liters. So do bear that in mind when you're doing your price comparisons. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not even close. Oh. 7. Oh, it's hard work. I know everyone who buys this is going to be cocktailing with it. Jesus. Have a squirt more. I am aware of that. But I want to evaluate this in a sipping context, goddammit. And to do that, I'm going to get it down to proof, even though it's a gigantic pain in the butt to get spirits this strong down to proof. My mouth is on fire. Jesus. All right, let's go through these one more time and give them a score. All right, back to the Black Tot. So I should say, by the way, it's Black Tot, the brand, and Black Tot Day. It's not just that I don't celebrate Black Tot Day. I am actively against Black Tot Day as being the rum holiday. I feel like if there's good reason to celebrate rum. Rum is wonderful. But if you're going to celebrate rum, celebrate the people making it. Celebrate the countries making it. Rather than the end of the Royal Navy tot. And I'm not even necessarily... You want to celebrate the British Royal Navy? I'm kind of halfway on board with that. Like, Francis Drake circumnavigated the globe in like the 16th century, which is insane. Like, that is worth celebrating. The Battle of Trafalgar. Thank you, British Royal Navy, for slowing Napoleon's roll. So we're not all speaking French right now. The Challenger expedition. Wow, British Royal Navy. Thank you for advancing, deep sea studies and science overall. These are things worth celebrating. The tot, the daily rum tot. Do you really want to celebrate that? Do you want to celebrate the end of that? Because in some ways, the tot is a symbol of colonialism, and the end of the royal tot is kind of a symbol of, I don't know, the unfortunate end of colonialism. And I just don't find those things worth commemorating, worth celebrating, worth using as a brand. This is, and this is my opinion on this. I am happy to celebrate the producers of rum. I'm happy to celebrate blends of rum, but to push something that commemorates to some extent the British Royal Navy's what's the right verb? What's the right word? The British Royal Navy's involvement in colonization and is not something I necessarily want to celebrate. But hey, it's a widely available rum, and I couldn't resist buying it because it was on sale. So let's review it before they replace it with another blend. So on the nose of this Black Tot, it has gotten more fruity. The fruit has kind of come out a little bit more. It's really converging on the zombie blend to some extent. A lot of orange, a lot of pineapple, a little tobacco, little smoky toffee. And that's kind of where we are. Yeah, it's more forthcoming now, but it doesn't make the notes kind of any more distinct. Okay, I do like this better with water, though. On the palate. No. I said something earlier about wanting to see which of these kind of falls apart with water a little bit. This one is falling apart with water a little bit. I like the nose better, but on the palate, no. Arrival's fine. You got a nice kind of mix of orange and pineapple and some florals. But then as it kind of develops in the mouth, it develops, what is that? Almost like an acrid, like a pencil note. I don't know how else to put it. Like it's like you're chewing on a number 2 pencil, eraser included. But I do like the nose better. Jeez. I mean, I don't hate this. I'm not a fan of the brand. It's not bad. Like if you have this in your cabinet and this is what you're reaching to for your rumming, it's fine. I just don't. For this price point, it's tough to make an aged rum. It really is. There aren't a lot of great options out there, but you can still do better than this, in my opinion. I'm going to give this 81 points. It kind of got up to an 81 plus on the nose and then lost it in the palate. So I'm going to leave it a 81. 81 points. Let's move on to the zombie blend. It just smells like a less nippy version of what it was before. This is held together. This is, well, I haven't tried it on the palate. We'll see. Orange, pineapple, and RC Cola. That's a lot of what this is. And that's fine. I have no complaints about this nose. It doesn't bring a lot of complexity to it. It doesn't bring a lot of depth to it, but it's nice. On the palate. Very much where it was before. A lot of RC Cola. Throw in some orange, pineapple, Faygo. A little bit of herbaceousness. A little bit of florals. Tobaccos. What this hasn't done is it hasn't gotten a little bit acrid with the addition of water. It's still about where it was. Honestly, it hasn't developed a whole lot. Which is a good sign in this context. I will call this, score-wise, let's call this an 84-pointer. Which for the money, for 30 to 40 bucks, under 40 bucks, is, for a liter, is pretty good. I think this is worth your time. In fact, let me think. What other high-proof rums are out there that beat this for the money? The Mount Gay is right there. This is better than the Plantation, Planter Ray, I'm sorry, OFTD or whatever. It's better than the regular Hamilton 151. Yeah, I'd say this is a grab for the money. This is a good little buy, and it does not fold on you with water like the Pal and the Hamilton, like on the Black Tot does. Let us try the false idol, though. The last entry in this flight. It's so fun, this, because it's when I nose it, my mind immediately goes to the original Hamilton 151, but then it's got that little burst of Jamaica on it, the little burst of pineapple and like tomato water, tomato juice thing on it. And the cardamom. Don't forget the cardamom. Development, not a whole lot of development from where it was before. What it isn't not doing is attacking my nose with alcohol nip right now. Yeah, the alcohol nip has kind of left the building, which I'm happy about. But it hasn't brought a whole lot more complexity to the table. But this isn't really a complexity kind of rum. This is a deliciousness kind of rum. On the palate. One more time. This is kind of fabulous. I mean, it really is. Like, this is... I'm not sure if it's that much better than the the zombie blend, but this is bringing a really impressive mouth presence for, something that is clearly not super old, has been, food coloring to hell. What's really impressing me about this is the mouthfeel. The mouth presence in general is very, very good. The mouthfeel, it really kind of covers my whole mouth with like creamy, ashy, peppery toffee stuff, and like some coffee grinds as well. The mouth length is reaching all the way back to my tonsils, which is a good sign, and the finish is hanging in there. Does it have a ton of complexity to it? No, it does not. No, it does not. You're getting burnt toffee, black pepper, kind of the coffee grinds thing, or like a gesture towards coffee is the best I can do to describe it. But then you got your little tomato runoff thing, your like pineapple orange thing. The flowers. This is a terrific little rum. I'm genuinely kind of impressed by this. One more time. Still tasting it. And it's not just the tannins and the pepper and stuff. It's the pineapple, it's the florals. They're all hanging in there. This is the stuff I look for when I'm evaluating a spirit. Yeah, I'm not going to score this that much higher, but I will give it an 85-point score. For the price, oh my goodness, go buy this. Under $40, an aged rum at this strength. Go buy this. I mean, the zombie blend is worth a look too. And, you know, this... but go buy this. This is it's a very decadent, desserty rum. It's a very, the complexity is not kind of on its face. You have to pay attention to it because it's all like in the corners provided by the interaction of the Jamaica and the Guyana. If you just paying attention to the face, all you're getting is toffee desserty stuff. But there's more to this. I like this a lot. Yeah, scores wise, Black Tot, 80. What I give this? An 81. 84 for the zombie blend. And 85 for the false idol 151. And yeah, there you go. That is, there is your kind of budget rum blend face-off review. Thanks for watching and cheers.